Bulavinaka, my name is Litia and I'm from the beautiful island of Laos and I love listening to Today FM. Today FM rocks.
My name is Casey, I'm from Tabua. We love Today FM in Tabua. Today FM rocks.
My name is Selina, I'm from Tavengavengamba. I love listening to Today FM. Today FM rocks.
Pula, my name is Carlo. I love listening to the music in Today FM, in Malak Island. Today FM rock.
Today's hit music on Today FM.
In the news tonight, Fijians celebrate Constitution Day. 100 critical bridges to undergo repairs. And trial reveals school manager wasn't complainant.
From the studios of FBC Suva, Jackie Spade.
Constitution demands courage because it takes courage to do what we know is right and what the law demands. This was highlighted by President Major General retired Tiochi Konrote at the Constitution Day celebrations in Lautoka today. Rapate Valeme reports.
It was a sea of blue as Fijians around the country gathered in Lautoka to celebrate Constitution Day. President Major General retired Tiochi Konrote reminded the nation that the Constitution is for all Fijians and doesn't discriminate.
This is because the Constitution is not a document only for the capital or cities. It is not a document written only for Parliament or for the courts.
The President adds the Constitution is a guiding principle and has helped the government translate Fiji's economic growth and prosperity directly into opportunity for Fijians. He adds it recognizes our diversity and sees it as a strength for the nation.
Celebrate today the Constitution as the supreme law of the land, the law that defines us as a nation and guides us. But it is more than a body of law. It is a beacon on the hill that lights the way to greater things for Fiji.
Two winners of the first Constitution Essay competition last year were also given an opportunity to address the nation on the importance of the Constitution.
So Fiji, this Constitution Day, let's work together to celebrate our diversity and uphold the legislations in the Constitution to protect it.
Equal and fair citizenship is what the Constitution of any democratic nation aims to achieve, and Fiji is no exception.
Konrote says the Constitution must be cherished and celebrated because it represents our aspirations as Fijians. Rapate Valeme, FBC News.
Constitution Day was also a time to put work in school on pause to celebrate with families and friends. Rapate Valeme caught up with families along the Suva-Nausori corridor who spent their holiday with different activities outdoor.
Fijians from all walks of life in the Western Division converged in Lautoka to celebrate Constitution Day. However, it was different for families in the capital.
I liked the holidays for today. It was very good. And I've been so free the first time that I went to the western side and come back from there. I feel so free today.
I spent it with families here at my Suva Park. As you can see, it's full of families. It's a nice weather to spend Constitution Day at my Suva Park.
It's a good holiday because we get to do things we don't have time for, like catching up with my family. And also, I can focus on my business for a day.
Meanwhile, President Major General retired Tiochi Konrote says the Constitution Day will be celebrated in different parts of Fiji every year.
Next year, we will have it in the north, in Labasa. This is because the Constitution is not a document only for the capital or cities.
The President reminded the nation that the Constitution is the supreme law of the land, the law that defines us as a nation and guides us. Rapate Valeme, FBC News.
Work is being carried out by the Fiji Roads Authority to rebuild 100 bridges around the country. Prime Minister Voringem Bainimarama, while opening the new Nakambutta Bridge at the Singatoka Valley, says most of these bridges are in critical condition and needs urgent repair works. Akosita Tale reports.
Around 100 bridges that are in critical condition needs to be replaced, and Prime Minister Voringem Bainimarama says there is little time to get the work done given the state of some of it.
To meet this challenge, they have begun using barely modern bridges like the one you see here. These bridges can be installed in a relative short time and cost much less than the fixed bridge. As for this bridge, we spent $1.6 million to build it, which is a fraction of what a concrete bridge would have cost.
Commissioning the new Nakambuta Bridge, Bainimarama says it was one of those that needed urgent repairs. It's now no longer on the long list of the 100 most critical bridges.
The Fiji Roads Authority is building a similar structure in Tabo level, and we will soon put a belly bridge in place parallel to the Tamabuewai Bridge in Suva. Then the public will still have a crossing when we demolish the old Tamabuewai Bridge and start building a new one.
The Prime Minister says the new bridge will ensure that villages of Nakambuta can now access opportunities available in the country. Akosita Tali, FBC News.
Former Education Minister Dr. Mahendra Reddy's bribery trial continued till late yesterday, where revelations were made that the first witness in this case, Waisele Bombo, is not the complainant. Rather, it was FICAC that approached and informed him about the alleged offence committed by Dr. Reddy. Dr. Reddy is charged with 1 count of bribery and 1 count of undue influence by the Fijian Independent Commission Against Corruption. Shireen Shivan reports.
During cross-examination, Defence Counsel Devanesh Sharma questioned Waisele Lembombo whether he had any personal grievances against Dr. Reddy, and Lembombo replied, "No, he is my friend." Lembombo was further questioned whether he had a motive to remove Dr. Reddy, to which he said that he did not want to remove him. The former minister is alleged to have offered a steady water source for Ra High School to influence the vote of the school manager Waisele Lembombo, and by doing so he allegedly interfered with the free exercise or performance of Lembombo's political right. The witness earlier testified that during a meeting with Dr. Reddy, he questioned him on the progress of the water issues faced by the school, to which Dr. Reddy told him not to go to the media regarding his concerns, and also said that if he engages with Dr. Reddy's party in the next election, then water will be supplied to school. The witness was also asked whether his political rights were interfered, to which he said that because Dr. Reddy had confirmed if his party gets in, they will get water, that made him change his vote. Lembombo was later re-examined by FICAC Senior Counsel Rashmi Aslam, who asked him if he expected Dr. Reddy to take his question as a joke, to which he said no. 3 other witnesses will take stand tomorrow. Shireen Shivan, FBC News.
Still to come, police strengthens community policing. And Lands Ministry finalised digitised records. That's coming up.
O tikongona taon na singatoka ando talisaka na vakaronga ng Bull FM number 2 na sere.
Ya dora subuli kurna bili. Ibora ni batu karahan bara binaranga. Do talitakina na vakaronga ng Bull FM number 2 na sere. Bula.
Bull FM number 2 na sere.
The police force will strengthen its community policing in all squatter settlements around the country. Police Commissioner Brigadier General Sithiven Ngilio says officers have been directed to look into these areas and address criminal issues and concerns. Kelly Vadhala reports.
Community policing brings police and citizens together to prevent crime and solve neighborhood problems, seen as an effective way to promote public safety.
In the last few weeks, I've been demanding from my divisions, how many of these settlements have you visited? How many do you project to visit in the next week? How many thereafter? It's very important that we don't just concentrate on well-off areas and forget about the less privileged societies that we have.
The police force is also working together with various faith groups to disseminate information of crimes and awareness. Crime Stoppers Chairman Diwan Maharaj says it's important to support police in carrying out their operations and programs.
The police only can get the information and behave. So what we do, we try to support police and give them the information, then they can act.
One of my directors is talking to our Hindu organization, so we can use that as well to go and talk about community policing, and also with other church denominations.
The Fiji Police Force says officers can't be everywhere at any given time and are relying on Fijians to keep their communities safe. Kelly Vadhala, FBC News.
The Registrar of the University of Fiji, Kamlesh Arya, has been given permission to travel to Australia by the Suva High Court as the judge accepted an additional surety yesterday. A surety bond of $5,000 was produced in court and will only play the role of a surety from September 10th to the 24th while Arya is in Australia. Arya is charged by the Fiji Independent Commission against corruption with 1 count each of abuse of office and general dishonesty causing a loss. Arya made an application to travel to Australia to conduct prayers for his son's newly acquired property in Brisbane. The matter has been adjourned to October 31st. The Ministry of Lands and Mineral Resources is pleading for the public's patience as they work on digitizing all its records. While responding to a question during a public consultation in Singatoka yesterday, Minister Fayaz Koya says all land processing will be prompt once all the records are available online.
Lands Minister Fayaz Koya says the ministry is in the process of completing all its digitized records.
That there is a checklist that Lands Department has given to us. And this is just a piece of paper which is delaying a lot of progress with the lessees as far as private surveying is concerned.
If you pay attention to what government does, and you've paid attention to what the whole of government does, we are in the process of complete digitization, which means that these checklists will actually change. This is why I say you have to be very patient with the processes that are taking place. We're not going to instantly change, we're not going to change the form just for the sake of changing it right now, but whilst the digitization is taking place.
Koya adds the checklist provided by the ministry is in line with the capacity that the ministry has and the documents they require.
I understand your frustrations, I understand the frustrations of everybody. This is why I explained it in the first place. You must listen, please listen. Government is trying to do its best to provide the best of services to you.
Meanwhile, the ministry handed out around 200 leases during the 3 days public consultations that ended yesterday. Sainiani Mboila, FBC News.
The Fijian Elections Office has secured an executive board position with the Association of World Election Bodies, commonly known as AWEB. President retired Major General Chiochi Kondrote revealed this while opening the new term of Parliament this week. The 2-year term will see the FEO participate in the decision-making process of the board, helping to steer the global organization and ensuring greater focus here and in the region.
Fiji was elected to the executive board of the Association of World Election Bodies, representing the Oceania region. The Association of World Election Bodies comprises 106 election management bodies globally, and this is the first time an Oceania seat has been included.
Coming up in sports, Fiji Pearls go down to South Africa. And Fijian Drua looks to strengthen defence. This and more after the break.
I'm under sort of of whenever I want to tune in to listen to great music, I always tune in to my favorite radio station, Gold FM, only the classic.
My name is Lita. We love listening to Gold FM here at the Fiji Hideaway Resort and Spa. Gold FM, only the classic hits.
We here at Kano Waterfront Lautoka love listening to Gold FM, only the classic hits.
Gold FM, only the classic hits.
The Fiji Pearls went down to South Africa 72-31 in the first round of the Digicel Punjab's International Test Netball Series in Suva last night. The South Africans dominated throughout the 4 quarters of the match and led 38-16 at half-time. Rohit Deo with the story.
The world's top 5th netters showed sheer class when they defeated the Fiji Pearls on home court yesterday. The Fiji Pearls have a lot to learn from this match.
It's a good testing ground for our build-up towards the Commonwealth, and the intense is pretty tough and it's fast, and that was what we wanted. We will only get better through this kind of competition.
The Fijian side hopes to come back strongly in the second test.
We just need to be consistent on our attacking end, like do more of pass and cut, and taking control of that ball possession.
The Visitors believe it was their consistency that helped them win the first round of the series.
It's quite an interesting match. We came in because we know that we don't know exactly how they played or what their strategy is. So we had to cover all our bases, and as our coach said, we must just follow what we've been doing since the quad series. So it's all about continuing the intensity.
The Pearls will play the Proteas in their second test at the Vodafone Arena tomorrow. Rohit Deo, FBC Sports.
The Fiji Airways Drua team will work and improve on its defence before its second match against Melbourne Rising in the National Rugby Championship. The Senirusi Servakula side got a taste of Australian rugby in their opener against Brisbane City last Saturday and know the weak areas which needs improvement. Rohit Deo has more.
The Fijian Drua side will need to tighten up its defence if they are to register its first win in the NRC this week.
It's our defence, and we have to be very disciplined with our defence, and especially these Australian team, they're going to maul against us. So we have to be ready and how to defend that maul.
Brisbane City used the rolling maul to their advantage, and the Drua don't want a repeat of that in their second match.
The 8 guys in the forwards, they have to work together and in defending the maul so that they can stop the opponent in scoring our line.
Plenka Moses-Evoka says the forwards need to step up to the standards of the competition.
I think we'll be work on our maul defense, communication and our kick chase. If you work on that this week, I think we'll be alright against Melbourne this week.
The Fijian Drua play Marika Koroimbete's Melbourne Rising at 5 p.m. on Saturday. Rohit Deo, FBC Sports.
Vodafone Fiji 7's extended squad member Kalione Nasoko knows what it takes to make the final 12-member team. Nasoko has had a good season with the team and is one of the top bets to carry Fiji's hopes on the next series. A few experienced Sevens players will not be available for the next season. However, Kalione Nasoko says this shouldn't deter the rest of the players.
We are here with some of the old players and with the new players coming in. Yeah, the preparation is going well, and we are trying to introduce players to the system, and yeah, it's going well.
Nasoko has played in several World Series and knows that making the final cut will be a challenge.
I have to work hard and try to keep on proving myself so that I can be in the team in this season.
Coach Gareth Beba says he has given a chance to some new players, and now it's their turn to prove their worth.
I'm not saying that every player that I've got here is going to do that. The opportunity I've got at the moment is to invite more into a squad without competition on top of us and really see what they're like. I've seen them perform in Skipper Cup games. I've seen them perform in Sevens tournaments here in Fiji, and what I've seen on those is against other opposition they're playing against. Now I get them against the players who have been there in a HSBC series and see how they compete.
The World 7 Series begins in the next 3 months with the Dubai leg to start on the 1st of December. Rohit Deo, FBC Sports.
The Vodafone Fiji side has lost its last match at the World Rugby Under-20 Trophy Challenge in Uruguay. The team went down to Portugal 16-13 after trailing 13-0 at half-time. The win sees Fiji finish third in its group behind Portugal and Uruguay. Portugal qualifies to the final and will face either Namibia or Japan. 13-year-old Timai Matakape from cycling won the first gold medal of the day at the 2017 Fiji Games in the women's division. Takape finished the 10-kilometer race in 32 minutes 16 seconds, while Grace Takape, also from Laos, won silver. Petero Mano of Madawata won the gold in the men's division, while Darcy Keenum of Suva won silver. Competition for table tennis began today with 20 players attending the second of 3 trails for the 2017 Pacific Mini Games in Vanuatu in December. Australia is looking to build on a strong performance against New Zealand when they play the Rugby Championship leaders, the Springboks, in Perth. A weak trough of low pressure is expected to approach the group from the west. Associated cloud and showers to affect the country from later Saturday. Let's take a quick look in the west. It was an amazing public holiday full of sunshine as people celebrated Constitution Day at the park and on the beach. Bar was the highest at 31 degrees. Eastwards from Pacific Harbour to Suva, it was cloudy in the morning. However, the weather improved during the day. And up in Vanuatu, Nambawalu was the hottest at 29 degrees, while Lumbasa and Savu experienced cloudy conditions. At sea, east to southeast winds 15 to 20 knots, moderate to rough seas. And for the tides, high tide tomorrow morning will be at 6:56 with the low tide at 12:34. See the beauty of sunrise at 6:09 a.m. For tomorrow, it's clear skies and sunshine throughout the country. However, Suva and Savu can expect cloudy conditions. Tomorrow's temps in Nadi will be the hottest at 31 degrees. Further outlook, it's cloudy periods with some showers over the eastern parts and interior of the larger islands, elsewhere afternoon or evening showers. Recapping the main stories, Fijians celebrate Constitution Day, 100 critical bridges to undergo repairs, and trial reveals school manager wasn't complainant. For these stories and others, you can tune in daily to our sister radio station Gold FM. To our poll question this week, we are asking, is there a split in the Sadelpa party? Visit our FBC website to answer. Send us newsworthy pictures and videos on email fbcnews@fbc.com.fj or share it with us via Facebook page FBC News. You can also follow and tweet us your news tips at FBC_news or simply hashtag FBC News. That was your FBC News for tonight from the team and I. Stay safe. Good night.
मैं प्रेमिला वायरुकू रेकी रेकी से सुबह मेरी आँख खुलती है तो मैं मिर्ची FM सुनती हूँ। मिर्ची FM is number 1. It's so hot.
हम लोग बार टाउन के कैरियर ड्राइवर लोगों ने हम लोग के मिर्ची FM सुनो अच्छा लगे। मिर्ची FM is hot.
हाय, मैं संध्या नारिया रेकी से मेरे सारे दोस्त मिर्ची FM सुनते हैं। मिर्ची FM is hot. I love मिर्ची FM.
हमें स्पिन टोटो हुआ कि मिर्ची FM में सबसे अच्छा गाना बजे।
Mirchi FM, it's hot.